And I don't think you can really say that about any other events ever.
33 drivers, one goal: achieve motorsports immortality at the greatest spectacle in racing. We'll count down to Indy. I'm Dave Griffiths.
All right, thanks, Dave and Chris. Those are just a few of the stories because everyone is a good one come race day.
The goal on race morning: to win the biggest race in the world and join the immortals in the sport. When Alex Palou drank the milk and kissed the bricks after winning the Indy 500, he experienced two of the most memorable racing traditions worldwide. What he didn't know is that another winner's custom would take months to complete, creating the sterling silver face that memorializes every winner of the greatest spectacle in racing on the famed Borg-Warner Trophy.
When you're a kid, you don't realize about what it really means or the tradition behind. But I think the fact that it's always there on the front stretch before the cars go and the green flag is dropped, you can see it on TV. Like, you can see that it's a trophy and 33 cars chasing it. Then obviously once you start being more of a racing driver and realize what the Borg-Warner Trophy is and means.
And what it means to renowned sculptor Will Behrens, the man who's created those trophy faces for the last 36 years, is hard to describe.
It's a real privilege. I feel honored. I'm super fortunate because the Borg-Warner Trophy, I believe, is the most spectacular, most impressive trophy in sports. And so, of course, I knew all about the Borg-Warner Trophy before I got the call to do these. But then to be able to put my work on the Borg-Warner Trophy, and also to get to meet these guys every year and get to know them and to portray them in a permanent way on that trophy is just, it's really special to me. I'm very fortunate.
Behrens meets the winner the day after the race, takes plenty of still photos from all angles, and begins that lengthy process.
I do a clay model, and then I do a mold in an interim stage, and this interim stage is a dense plaster-like material that I can carve, sharpen detail, and smooth surfaces, and just make it pop a little bit. And so I have added that, and then the rest of it is again going to the lost wax casting in sterling.
Good morning.
Good morning, Alex. How are you?
I'm great.
Welcome
I'm excited.
to the studio.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Once the clay head is ready, Palou makes the trip in September to Behrens' home studio in the Carolina Blue Ridge Mountains for what's called a live study. His first chance to see it, and Behrens to refine it.
Okay. Oh, wow. That looks like me. That's awesome.
What's your reaction?
I love it.
What's your initial thought?
It's a bit scary, honestly. It's the first time that I've seen a, wow, 101 scale of my head. And I can look at it and see the different angles. I've realized that my nose is big and that I don't have much hair, but a part of that, it's awesome. Honestly, it's surreal.
The fact that I work in pictures, which is always harder, I'm used to it because I've done a lot of sculptures over the years of posthumous sculptures that I don't have the person, so I have to work in pictures. So and that's harder, and I've kind of tried to develop that ability. But still, the hardest thing is you can't really see the shape of the structure and everything. You can't see the subtleties about the shape of their face. So you have to kind of, it takes you longer, you have to really study them. And then this final process where they're sitting right there, I can see how close I got.
What's the gratification that you get when you see the look on the drivers' faces when they first see what you've created?
Well, I'm very pleased because I want them to like it, and it's gratifying. It is. They're always just really shocked because I think people have never seen an image, three-dimensional image of themselves. To see it for the first time is a little startling.
Yeah, that looks great.
Look at me, nice big smile.
It might also be startling to see the Indy 500 winner posing with the trophy in front of the local theater with his name on the marquee above him.
All right.
But this tradition in Tryon, North Carolina started in 2015.
Perfect.
And town folk know when to stop by for a picture with the champ and the most famous trophy in sports, setting Pelot's memory back to that day in May that changed his life.
The best part about IndyCar is that they might be fans of this car number or this team or this driver, but they are all fans of the IMS, of this race and of IndyCar, and they're happy that there's a new winner. They're happy that somebody that's never been able to experience winning this race is gonna do it for the first time. So it was the best thing. But the day where my face goes on the trophy, that'll be probably the day that I'm like, okay, we won that race, which it's been an incredible year.
The sheer size of the Speedway is a real eye-opener. Coming up, we'll show you just how big this place really is.
A big track means a lot of seats, but what are the best ones in the house? We'll look for answers after the break.
Hey, Dad. That kind of looks like our car.
Wait a minute. It is our car.
Honey, we're good. That's why we chose auto owners. We worked with our agent to get the right coverage so that when the unexpected happens, we know we're covered.
Huh. That's simple human sense.
Ask Mid-America Specialty Markets in Lee Summit, O'Fallon, and Springfield if auto owners make sense for you.
When you need it built strong and built right too, call Fair and True. We're the team for you. From dream to design, from start to the end, we build it with care like we would for a friend. Honest through and through. Homes, officer, they're that brand new deck. We show up on time and we earn your respect. Craftsmanship solid and pricing that's fair with Fair and True Construction. We're already there.
At Camp Barnabas, we say yes to life-changing experiences. Ziplining, water slides, canoeing, parties, and more. All designed for individuals with disabilities and chronic illnesses. Since 1994, we've welcomed over 100,000 campers and missionary volunteers. But camp isn't possible without your generosity. Together, we can ensure no one misses out. Support our mission today at campbarnabas.org.
Unscripted on Ozarks First has teamed up with Fritz's Adventure to celebrate the educators who make a difference every day with the Golden Apple Award.
Teachers work hard for our children and our community. Now it's your turn to say thank you. Head to ozarksfirst.com and nominate a deserving teacher or educator for the Golden Apple Award.
Each month, we'll surprise one outstanding educator with a $150 gift card plus 6 all-access passes to Fritz's Adventure. It's our way of honoring heroes in our classrooms. The Golden Apple Award from Ozarks First.
Watch 5 o'clock on Ozarks First Plus.
I don't freaking know.
Oh, could you imagine that? Download the app on your Roku, Apple TV, or Fire TV device.
The Speedway Museum celebrates and preserves the century-plus history behind the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the 500-mile race. It is open 363 days a year. Chris, this place recently underwent a full remodel. It is a must-see for all race fans.
When you think about 115 years of history, you better have a big museum, and that's the case here. But you know what? The whole place is enormous, and it better be. It's the largest single-day sporting event in the world. How big? Let's check in with our Alexa Ross for some answers.
It's really unlike anything else on the planet.
The biggest single-day sporting event deserves the biggest stage, and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway fits the bill. The track and surrounding lots cover more than 1,000 acres. There are 150 concession stands, 170 restrooms, with over 5,000 fixtures and about 235,000 permanent seats.
That's just the seats we have around the oval racetrack. I mean, we can hold so much more. On race day for the Indianapolis 500, there'll be 350,000 people here, and they can sort of fit comfortably.
IMS is so massive, Churchill Downs, Liberty Island, the Roman Coliseum, Rose Bowl, the Taj Mahal, Vatican City, the White House, and Yankee Stadium can all simultaneously fit inside the Speedway.
It's on a scale that just doesn't get old. It's sort of like standing on the edge of the Grand Canyon. Your brain almost can't quite process it. It's that big.
There's also 4 holes of the PGA level Brickyard Crossing golf course in the infield.
We think about golf being, proper and quiet and mild-mannered. Well, not at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You can pretty much golf every day of the season out here except for race days. But even during practice, when cars are going by at 230 miles an hour, making a very loud noise, you can tee off right next to those cars.
IMS is a sight to be seen any day of the year, but nothing compares to Indy 500 race day.
When people get out of the cold winter and get out into the sunshine of springtime and celebrate humanity, it's just cool to be out with that many people.
I get chills now just talking to you about it. It's remarkable, and it's truly the eighth wonder of the world, if you will, when it's full of people. It's a spectacle.
Reserved seating is sold out for the 2nd straight year. For Countdown to Indy, I'm Alexa Ross.
All right, thanks, Alexa and Chris. You realize how big this place is when you decide you're going to walk from point A to point B. Looks close, but it's not.
No, it isn't. And on race day, this place becomes the 2nd largest city in the state of Indiana. And Doug Bowles, the president of the Speedway, the man who knows this place better than anybody else, has his favorite places to watch the race.
We didn't have great places for families to watch. Several years ago, we built these mounds along here. Creates this really spectacular view. For the Indy 500, you're seeing cars come out of turn 4, coming onto the main stretch. You've got this big, large video board over here if you want to see it. You've got video boards right in front of you, so you don't ever have to miss any of the action. From a value standpoint, just for your GA ticket, so it's the most inexpensive ticket we have. You bring your cooler out, bring your kids that are 15 and under for free. It's a great way to spend the day with families. We'll go do turn 4. Arguably, some people will tell you these are the best seats in the house. Is turn 4, you can see the cars exit from turn 3, watch them come through turn 4, whether they're going in the pits or not, all the way down the front stretch and then into turn 1. You can see the middle of turn 3, all the way through the North Short Chute. You got a big board right in front of you to watch the action, see downtown Indianapolis, and then all the way down the front stretch to turn 1. This is one of my favorite places to watch a practice, watch a race. So people always think that E Penthouse, because it has the least number of seats and it's the top of the grandstands going into turn 1, is the best seat in the house. And while it's a great seat, I really think that the very, very south section of B Penthouse, before you get to E Penthouse, is better. All the activity coming down the front stretch, you see all the pre-race activity, seeing them go through turn 1, the warm-up lane as people are coming out of the pits. You've got a couple different video boards to pay attention to. Still get that beautiful view of downtown Indianapolis, but the beauty of this is you feel like you're right in the middle of everything because the pits are right there. And then that start, when 33 cars come rolling to start and decide who's going to be the first of those to go through, you see it happen all right here in front of you. We're right by Victory Podium. All the pre-race activity goes here. It's packed with people waiting to see if they get a glimpse of a celebrity or something. You've got pit boxes, all kinds of activity now in the pits. And then you got a pretty good view from here. But the beauty of it is you can watch the racing that you want to watch, and you can get right back down in the thick of things where the people are. On the backside of these grandstands is our midway, so all the activities for kids, families, stuff to do. And if you love music, it's just a short walk over to turn 3 and you can watch the Snake Pit and be part of all that is the Indianapolis 500 because it's so much more than a race. If you're going to watch pre-race and the post-race celebration, there's not a better place in the house than right here in Tower Terrace. People often say, what is the best seat? And the best seat is the seat where you're having the most fun with your friends and family. For a lot of people, their best seat is wherever they first were introduced to the Speedway, and that's what I love about it. Every person you talk to is going to think they have the best seat in the house because it's about the memories you make and the people that you sit with.
The 500 is all about racing, but what about a college football coach taking center stage? We'll tell you about that after the break.
Hi, I'm Joe Carter with Jordan Valley Auto Body Repair. Crashes ain't pretty, and neither is a deer in your headlights. But we'll make your car beautiful again at Jordan Valley Auto Body. We have the experience and the knowledge to return every car that comes into its pre-accident condition, including newer vehicles with advanced technology. We're also proud to be a direct repair facility for most major insurance companies. So remember, crashes ain't pretty, and neither is this deer. But we'll make your car beautiful again at Jordan Valley Auto Body Repair.
Your home tells a story. Sometimes it needs a new chapter. Len Pro Home Repair brings integrity to every project, from carpentry, doors, windows, drywall, painting, and even flooring work. We're a family-owned team making quality repairs affordable so your house can feel like home again. Ready for a fresh start? Visit lenprohomerepair.com.
Hi, my name is Danny. I own Simply Ages by Danny. It's a med spa, and I've been a nurse for 27 years and doing medical aesthetics for 4 years. Let's just say the quiet part out loud. I'm not going to make you look like a bad reality star. What I do is wrinkle relaxers, dermal fillers, microchanneling to rebuild collagen, along with chemical peels, skin tightening, and body sculpting. It's not about overdoing anything, it's about doing it right. That's what Simply Ageless means.
This Saturday at Price Cutter, get $10 off your $75 or more grocery purchase. Load up on everything you need and save big. Just show your receipt at checkout. Price Cutter, keeping it local since 1967.
When your alarm goes off, get going with Daybreak. The first thing you need, first thing in the morning. Daybreak on Ozarks First. First in news, first for you. Watch Put Me in Coach on Ozarks First Plus.
Who runs for fun? This is terrible. Yeah. And I'll see you next week. Yeah.
Download the app on your Roku, Apple TV, or Fire TV device.
Back on Countdown to Indy, the official pace car, the 2026 Chevy Corvette ZR1X, a hybrid performance vehicle, more than 1,200 horsepower and a V8 engine. It's got a patriotic dual-tone livery in celebration of the 250th anniversary of the United States. And as is tradition, the Speedway has selected a celebrity, a local legend, to drive the honorary pace car.
That's right. Kurt Signetti, perhaps not a household name a couple of years ago, but now after leading Indiana to a national championship in football, not basketball, he's taking this state by storm. Now, Coach, I know you like to look ahead. You don't like to look back, but you went viral with the Google Me. Now when they Google you, it says national champion. Please tell me you took at least 5 minutes and kind of basked in the glory of what you did here last year.
I think I did. I'm not sure it's completely sunk in yet. It's been a wild 2-year ride, that's for sure. It's great to see all the IU fans show up, so much pride, and our playoffs dominate those stadiums the way they did. So, now the easy part, got to do it again.
Well, that's what's so funny is after the first year, people said, well, there's no topping that. How are they going to top that? You topped it, and now you can't top perfection, but the bar is set. That's the standard, and that standard is going to be something that you're looking forward to moving forward, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a process. Just trying to improve as much as we can every day and prepare the right way, develop those intangibles and roll that ball out there and see what happens.
You've made so much history since you've been here, and this is something maybe you haven't thought about. Within a 5-month span, you took an integral part in the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl, and now you're going to be a part of the greatest spectacle in racing. You had so many things you could have said yes to. You said yes to the Indy 500. What made that decision possible for you?
Well, it's part of the state's fabric, really. It's a great national event. Remember watching it growing up as a kid, and now I'm so busy I really don't get to follow race car very much, but once this scrimmage is over, I'm diving into the prep so that I can excel in my little role in that race.
Well, as you know, success, the seeds of success are planted on the practice field. In this situation, the track, the way you attack things, I can only imagine what's going through your mind as you get ready. Will you be nervous? Will you be excited? The whole world will be watching this thing, Coach.
I'll be ready to go. Yeah, I just, I got to get the details of what I have to do. I think it's 4 laps and gun it on the last straightaway, and sounds pretty simple to me.
Well, I know you don't follow racing as much as you used to, but I don't know if you've heard of this guy named Alex Palou, but here's all he's done. He's the reigning Indy 500 champ. He's the reigning series champ. He's won the series 4 of the last 5 years, and this year he's won 3 of the 5 races. Now, whenever I talk to him after he wins a race, minutes after he wins a race, he never wants to talk about that race. He's talking about the next race. Is that something you can relate to as far as maintaining that certain standard of success? You can't be patting yourself on the back. You got to be looking ahead.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. Sounds like a guy I need to talk to and take some notes from.
I was going to say he would be the perfect player for you. And one last thing, as people are going to be watching this across the world watching the Indy 500, watching our show. Is that something you say, hey, every situation where I can get the IU brand out there, every situation I can promote this football team, that's something you got to take advantage of, isn't it?
No question about it. And this is the perfect venue because the race has been around for such a long time. It's a world event, really. And there'll be a lot of IU people there and watching.
Well, Coach, everybody's excited for you. You never stop getting people, surprising folks with what you do and what you get out there. And I know you could have been doing a lot of things. Excited to see you on the track, and thanks for taking some time with us.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Still to come, alongside the milk and the trophy, the greenery that goes to the 500 champion.
Mad Money Mania, Friday 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Play for your chance to win up to $10,000 cash at your premier gaming destination, Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. All month long, play for your chance to win over $1 million in total cash and gold rewards prizes. Enjoy chef-created entrees at Shaw & O Steak and Spirits Fine Dining, ice-cold adult beverages and live weekend entertainment, and luxurious hotel suites. Experience the Indigo difference. Highway 60 west of Seneca, Missouri. IndigoSkyCasino.com for details.
Hey Springfield, we know that every year spring brings storms. A sunny day can easily turn into a dangerous nightmare in a moment. That's why U.S. Disaster Restoration is on call 24/7. Fast, local, insured, and ready to stop storm damage from ruining your house. When every second counts, trust the experts that can handle your insurance and restoration from start to finish. U.S. Disaster Restoration, your first call when you're in need.
I like weather. I'm passionate about weather. I get excited about weather. It rains, I walk outside to look at the weather.
And then your job, ironically, puts you inside, away from the storms that you really want to see.
We're answering some popular myths. If a tornado's coming, should you be opening the windows or not?
Do you go outside?
Is it too cold for snow? Look at that. That has been ruled at least EF3 tornado.
In this case, we actually have visual evidence of what this looked like as it was blowing through.
This is a beast of a system.
Watch Two Dudes in a Doppler on Ozarks First Plus. From morning headlines to midday updates and nightly coverage you can trust, Ozarks First is with you all day to keep you informed. Ozarks First, first in news, first for you.
You just can't beat race day.
All right, gang, here we go.
The storylines, they are plentiful.
These guys are out of control.
This is crazy. Can he hang on? This is why it matters.
The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, Saturday from Charlotte at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific on the CW.
We're back on Countdown to Indy with a look at the iconic Borg Warner Trophy, which will be the newest face added after this 500. Just a one-of-a-kind trophy, Chris, and you think about each and every year, a living, breathing document of what transpires in 100-plus years of racing here at the Speedway.
Yeah, this race is all about traditions. Alongside that trophy, there's one that maybe people don't remember. How about the wreath? A local woman proudly puts it together, and Nicole Weaving has her story.
It probably is the most photographed flower arrangement in the world.
The Borg Warner Winner's Wreath is handmade here in this small flower shop in Yorktown, Indiana, by Julie Harmon Vance, affectionately known as the Wreath Lady.
I think it makes me sound old. Only because I've been making the wreath since I was a girl.
Julie first made the wreath for Al Unser Jr.'s win in 1992. She starts with a 24-inch urethane base, covers the back with checkered ribbon before adding stained wooden letters.
Start building it with greenery. I do an edge of cocculus leaves, and then I fill a real thick center of variegated pittosporum greenery in the middle.
She then runs 2 rows of red, white, and blue ribbon before placing 33 orchids in small water tubes for the 33 drivers in the field.
I'll space the orchids out around there, and then I add 33 checkered flags. Also on the back, I cover it with ribbon. There's 33 pieces.
The process takes 6 or 7 hours per wreath. She makes 2, one for Victory Lane and one for the winner's photo shoot. She delivers them to the IMS administration building the morning before the race for safekeeping until the new champion is crowned.
I am staring at the orchids to make sure they're not broke or dead or wilty, but then I see it later demolished. But that's okay. That's part of the frenzy.
Julie says contributing to that frenzy is a big part of her life, and she's embraced it even more the last couple years.
I feel very privileged. I know that the Indianapolis 500 is the most important thing that our state offers.
This 500 will be her 35th year making the wreath. Her goal is to get to 50. For Countdown to Indy, I'm Nicole Weaving.
Pretty obvious those orchids don't last a long time with that milk being poured over them. All right, as far as predictions are concerned, 42% of 500 winners come from the front row. I'm going to row 2. I like Pato Award.
I was told there'd be no math for this show, Chris, but I'll tell you what, for this race, and just run this on a loop for each and every race throughout the season, I like Alex Palou. To be the man, you got to beat the man, and this whole series has had a hard time doing that. He's starting out front. I look for Alex Palou to get the job done yet again and go repeat, much like Joseph Newgarden just a couple of years ago. Right now, though, it's time for us to say goodbye. The grid is set. The cars are ready to go racing for the 110th running of the Indianapolis 500.
For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God, Romans 3:23. Thankfully, Jesus died to provide a remedy for our sin problem. Watch Let the Bible Speak, Lord's Days at 7, as we present the way back to God.
At your locally owned Florentina's, fresh isn't a buzzword, it's what we do. Chef-created recipes made fresh every day in our kitchen. Classics like chicken parmesan, lasagna, and pasta primavera. Or try Florentina's signature originals like steak Florentina, nachos Italiano, or our brick oven pizza. It's time to go local. Experience different. Try Florentina's Ristorante Italiano in Branson.
It's that no holding back feeling.
That it doesn't get any better feeling.
That winning the weekend feeling.
No matter what feeling you're chasing on the water, nothing feels like a Yamaha.
Visit Surdak Yamaha at Lake of the Ozarks. 50 years strong.
Transform your outdoor space with the click of a button. Enjoy the outdoors on your terms with motorized shades from Springfield Sun Control. Call us today and take advantage of our Memorial Day savings. Springfield Sun Control, rain or shine, we've got you covered.
Mike Landis on Ozarks First. First in news, first for you.
Straight ahead here on your news at 6:30. We're looking at 15 years since one of the deadliest tornadoes in U.S. history struck the Ozarks. How the Joplin storm played out live on TV. Now the city continues to recover. And a homecoming 80 years in the making, honoring the life and sacrifice made by this World War II veteran. Your news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Ozarks First News at 6:30.
Well, today marks 15 years since the worst tornado in modern times tore right through the heart of Joplin. Thanks for joining us here at 6:30. I'm Mike Landis. Our reporter Mark Zinn is there tonight with a story of how it all played out on live TV that day.
The rotating portion of this storm is
Joplin news and weather anchor Jeremiah Cook was broadcasting live from KSN TV when the monster tornado moved into his hometown.
I thought I was ready for whatever was thrown my way, and we weren't ready for that.
A few moments later, the tornado appears on the station's tower cam.
Sirens once again going off in Joplin. Those are definitely power flashes that we are seeing on the ground.
Terrifying images being broadcast throughout the region.
But yeah, this is a very dangerous situation.
I grew up in this area. I could pick out on the tower cam this person's house and this person's house and this person's house, and there's my house. And there's where my very pregnant wife is supposed to be at work.
Then,
all right, we're off air.
There is no preparing for it. There is no playbook.
With most of the town now in the dark, Cook says the next few hours were horrific.
My memories of that day are crystal clear. The next 2 weeks are a blur.
The tornado left behind an unreal path of destruction.
It can't be that big. This doesn't happen here. And it had happened here.
2011 had already become a historic year for tornadoes, but that was before a mile-wide EF5 tornado tore through the heart of the city.
When I saw the damage in Tuscaloosa, I thought, man, there's no way that this could never happen
close to us, and then here I am less than a month later, and I'm on the ground in Joplin, and I'm thinking, this is worse.
15 years later, there are still signs of the tornado on the ground, including this vacant lot, but most of the structures that were damaged or destroyed have been rebuilt.
Why are we at today where we are at? It's because in those moments, we looked at it and we said, that's not happening here. We are going to do this in defiance of the odds.
A decade and a half later, the city has transformed into a stronger community with state-of-the-art buildings, including the new Mercy Hospital and Joplin's High School.
The recovery is still going on. Joplin continues to grow.
And we will continue to follow the recovery efforts for the next 15 years. In Joplin, I'm Mark Zinn.
Also amazing to see that progress. Now, following the storm, Ozarks First and Cullerton crews made countless trips to Joplin to cover the heartbreaking aftermath and the rebuilding process. And tonight, we're opening our archives and showing you exactly how it was covered by the team here as it happened, plus an exclusive story from one of our employees now who survived the storm as he took shelter in Joplin all those years ago. It'll be on our streaming app, Ozarks First Plus, tonight at 8:30. Here's a sneak peek at that.
I am telling you to take cover right now.
Here's the newest video at this hour. We have 24 confirmed fatalities.
A lot of the high humidity out there led to rain-wrapped tornadoes, hard to see.
Here it is, folks, the proof this morning. This is the high school here in Joplin.
The single deadliest tornado in more than 100 years.
Very overwhelming to stand on this hill and look over.
How can you possibly get out there and look for your belongings or your loved ones?
I remember it taking a long time for us to even get to our street and to even locate our house.
There's what's left of the house.
What does this look like compared to what it did?
Hell.
Still shocking, nearly 15 years later here. Ozarks First Plus can be downloaded for free using Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku. Now, if you miss it live there at 8:30, you can catch it again on demand anytime you'd like by downloading that app. Time now for our first check of our forecast with a live look over the water of Beaver Lake right there. You see quite a bit of cloudiness, but we do have some sun peeking through at this hour, at least in certain parts of the Ozarks. Going forward to a nice holiday weekend. We're going to check in with Jamie now. And Jamie, we're going to have some nice temperatures, but there are going to be several rounds of showers we'll have to contend with, it sounds like.
You know, and here in late May, I mean, it is a time of the year when it tends to be a little unsettled. It's hard to get through a Memorial Day weekend without some wet weather or storms. Thankfully, it looks like we will get through this weekend without much, if any, in the way of severe weather, although there could be some pockets of heavy rain on Saturday. Looking at conditions right now, we've got some areas of rain. It's generally light, though. Still working its way through our eastern counties, east of Highway 65. Also a few showers popping up in the afternoon warmth there north of Joplin, where it's 68, 69 in Springfield. Looking conditions this evening, outside of some, again, isolated showers along and west of Highway 65, it's a little bit more widespread to the east. We'll find that rain moving out. Clouds will also move out. For a time, we're going to have mostly clear skies. That will open the door for areas of fog and also clouds to start the day on Saturday. And then that will be followed up with some sun and some scattered showers and thunderstorms later in the day. But Saturday is going to be our wet day out of the weekend. Sunday and Memorial Day look drier, sunnier, and warmer. I'll have more on that coming up. Mike?
You're finally back where you belong, as I saw him to sleep next to his mother. Rest in peace, Lieutenant. Welcome home.
And now for a special homecoming more than 80 years in the making, with dozens of people coming out today to pay their honors and for their life and sacrifice of First Lieutenant Robert P. Aikman of Taney County. Our Parker Paget attended the ceremony today. He reports for us from Forsyth.
More than 70 people filed into the Community Presbyterian Church here to honor the life of First Lieutenant Robert P. Aikman. Aikman died in 1945, but he is finally being laid to rest 81 years later.
After a long, lonely journey across the ocean and through the decades, you're finally back where you belong.
We honor the life and sacrifice of First Lieutenant Robert P. Aikman, a man whose courage, character, and sacrifice embodied the very best of our nation.
Aikman was killed in World War II while being held captive in a ship that sunk in 1945.
I wanted to make him a real person in honoring him today, not just the atrocities that happened to him.
Loved ones heard from DJ Schaefer, a man from Kansas State, Aikman's alma mater, who specializes in the history of prisoners of war.
His regimental colors fittingly fly again freely for the first time in over 84 years.
Jim Aikman was one of the family members who supplied DNA to help identify Lieutenant Aikman and says the hero comes from a long history of military men.
Lieutenant Aikman stepped forward long before the nation understood how desperately men like him would be needed.
An emotional day echoed by the words, "Welcome home."
It is fitting that First Lieutenant Aikman is reaching his final resting place with his parents on Memorial Day weekend, 250 years after the founding of our great nation, for which he gave the ultimate sacrifice.
Aikman was laid to rest in the Forsyth Cemetery near his family. Reporting in Forsyth, Parker Paget, Ozarks First.
Another one of the men accused of murdering Chavez Wynn in downtown Springfield has been found guilty. Cortez Washington was one of the 5 charged in the 2023 shooting death of Wynn. Today, a Greene County jury recommended a life sentence in prison and decided he's guilty of first-degree murder. Again, 4 other people involved in the death of Wynn. Last December, you might recall, Elijah Bedell was convicted and sentenced to life in prison. Last month, Timothy Hester pled guilty to first-degree murder and assault. He's currently awaiting a formal sentencing. And then there's Cesar Bolones, who will stand trial on June the 22nd. Arshuan Bradley's trial begins on August the 3rd. An early morning break-in forcing the cancellation of the last day of school at Immaculate Conception Elementary in South Springfield. Police say an officer heard fire alarms going off while patrolling near the back side of the building. Other officers and firefighters began investigating when they got there on scene.
They went inside, found some smoke and vandalism. It appears, they called fire department, appears some small fires were started. I don't have a lot of details on that, but there's a significant amount of smoke and smoke damage and water damage from the sprinkler system.
And they were able to make quick work of those flames and put out the fires. But this time, no arrests had been made, and police say nobody else was inside the building when the break-in happened. And today's church services on the chapel side of the building were also canceled. Well, tens of millions of Americans are trying to get to their holiday weekend plans as we speak. And whether you're driving or flying this weekend, prices are causing big problems all across the country. News Nation's Javier Walton has more tonight from Dallas.
Memorial Day holiday weekend travel in full swing. But with that said, there's this new Krbk poll that shows 48% of Americans surveyed have said that they're going to cut back on vacation spending. Still, if anybody's traveling, you're going to want to pay attention to the forecast. Travelers, be wary because it has been some bumpy weather, so to speak. Storms already slowing travel. The risk does not go away today. We've already seen flooded streets in New York and Atlanta. Forecasters say watch out for heavy rain and flood concerns from Texas to the Northeast through the weekend, which could create a travel nightmare when you're flying or driving.
We have to couple in the anticipated weather, the rain, which in many ways could offset. Some people may decide not to travel because the weather isn't looking particularly great for sort of a holiday weekend. But then it could also exacerbate traffic if those still want to travel.
Weather worries are tough to hear. For the record, 45 million people expected to travel this weekend. Roadways carrying most of it. More than 39 million people driving. Airports going to be busy too, with another 3.6 million expected to fly domestically. And those air travelers, yeah, they're going to be paying more this holiday weekend. Airfares up year to year, more than 20%. Hotel costs rising over about 4%. Drivers feeling the pain with gas prices over $4 a gallon in all 50 states. The national average, nearly $1.50 more than it was this time last year. So travelers having to worry about high prices, also having to worry about traffic, as well as now this wicked weather here in Dallas. It's obviously nice, but wherever you're heading, that's where it could get a little bit treacherous. So this weekend warning, leave early, build in extra time, and if you're flying, be sure to check with your airlines. In Dallas, Xavier Walton, News Nation.
And we have a lot more news to share with you, so don't forget to follow us on social media, where we have fun videos and other need-to-know news from you and your communities out there. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and X. And don't forget to download our news and weather apps and check out ozarksfirst.com. Heading to break now at 6:41 with a live look over downtown Springfield. Things are pretty cloudy out there, although some folks are seeing some sunshine at this hour. Jamie's going to let us know about those showers we'll have to be dodging for our holiday weekend right after this.
Huge Memorial Sale doorbusters at Slumberland Furniture. Get a Lazy Boy recliner for just $2.99. Sealy mattresses just $2.99. Deals this hot are while they last only, so come early. Memorial doorbuster deals only at Slumberland Furniture.
Doorbusters!
We hope to see you at the Goat Ranch for the 10th annual Baker Spain Stampede.
Drive the refined 2026 Buick Envision now with up to $7,000 off MSRP at Vinegar Chevrolet Buick GMC. Need power? The 2026 Chevy Silverado Crew Cab 4x4 Custom Trail Boss has discounts up to $11,000. Or go premium with the new 2026 GMC Sierra SLT with up to $12,250 off. And ask us about 2.9% for 72 months. Big savings, bold choices at Vinegar Chevrolet Buick GMC. View the inventory at VinegarBranson.com.
Quarrel Supply in Bolivar, where we make it simple to buy a new Kubota tractor.
And it ain't just tractors. They got pellet grills. They got couches and mattresses. I may never leave. I miss the fella.
An evening with Third Eye Blind at Downstream Casino Resort. Live in concert Saturday, July 11th. Playing a career full band electric set live at the outdoor venue at Downstream Casino Resort. Hear your favorites live. Get tickets at downstreamcasino.com or at the Hackathon gift shop.
This is a work boot you'll find at a big box store.
And this is a Thorogood work boot you'll find at Top Tier Line Gear. The difference is clear. At Top Tier Line Gear, we sell the professional quality boots, tools, clothing, and gear you need to get the job done safely and properly.
From Thorogood boots to safety gear and FR clothing, we're stocked with the top tier equipment you need but can't find anywhere else.
Please visit our store in Hollister, just off 65.
Or shop online anytime.
Top Tier Line Gear, built by linemen, trusted by crews.
Once again, Ozarks First is teamed up with Hy-Vee for putting the Ozarks first.
Last time, we helped thousands of families during the Putting the Ozarks First food drive.
And you can help us by going to either of the Springfield Hy-Vee locations and put non-perishable food items in the barrel.
You can also donate at the register. Just speak to your cashier.
All donations go to help Ozarks Food Harvest. We are putting the Ozarks first with Hy-Vee.
Get a Sealy Queen mattress for only $3.99 at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland. Save up to $1,500 on select adjustable mattress sets. Pay no interest for 72 months on Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster at Slumberland.
Another day of clouds across a lot of the area. Didn't see much rain today, though. This is what it looks like right now. Live look downtown Springfield as we embark on this holiday weekend. 69, winds light. We're going to find light winds throughout the weekend. So weekend conditions, at least from a wind perspective, will be a breeze. No pun intended, right? Actually, the pun was intended. Looking at the rainfall totals, looks like, again, a day where the bark was a lot worse than the bite. A lot of clouds, not much rain. We saw some rain kind of skirt south across northern Arkansas, got into south central Missouri. Generally light totals. This actually happened yesterday evening, and a lot of what you see off to the west happening this morning. Tulsa coming in with over 2 inches of rainfall. It is that time of the year where, even though generally speaking, most areas see light amounts, there can be some pockets that can get excessive rainfall. And I think we may find that unfold again Saturday afternoon into the evening. Right now, though, we're watching one system move out. You can still see it's generating light showers east of Highway 65. That rainmaker will continue to track off to the northeast, but there's another one heading our way. It's currently in West Texas, generating thunderstorms around Lubbock. That will swing across the area Saturday afternoon and evening. And it looks like we'll see a round of scattered thunderstorms with it. For tonight, look for the rain to move out, the clouds to move out, and for a period of time, the skies to be relatively clear ahead of some fog that will develop. And it could be locally dense. We could have visibilities under a mile in spots tomorrow morning. Now, the low cloudiness and fog will thin out, and I think for a time we're going to find partly sunny skies, but temperatures are going to climb. And with that next rainmaker moving in, that sets the stage for scattered thunderstorms to fire up in the afternoon. And then these will gradually make their way east out of the area Saturday evening, so that we kind of do it all over again as we get to Sunday. We'll find more fog, more low cloudiness to start the day. But this time around on Sunday, while we may find partly cloudy skies, we will not find much in the way of shower or thunderstorm activity. Looks like most areas dry on Sunday, and I think most areas dry again on Memorial Day. Getting back to rain, again, most areas tomorrow afternoon and evening will probably see some rainfall. Amounts don't look excessive, but there will be some pockets in here that could see a few inches of rainfall, and that could lead to some localized flooding concerns. Temperatures tonight cooling off into the upper 50s and low 60s. Tomorrow we're looking at highs in the mid to upper 70s. Tomorrow night back down into the upper 50s and low 60s. And then on Sunday it looks a little warmer with highs up around 80 degrees. Memorial Day, it's the same thing is what we'll find on Sunday. We may start off with some fog and low cloudiness and then partly sunny. Anything that we see in the afternoon should be isolated in nature. It looks a little warmer. It looks like highs in the low 80s on Monday. Holiday headaches. There will be some things to consider as we work through the weekend. Downpours and lightning, especially Saturday afternoon and evening. We'll have to watch out for that. Fog with low visibilities each morning. Sunshine Sunday and Monday could lead to sunburns. And then as we get to the floating and the boating, as far as the floating perspective, keep in mind recent heavy rains could lead to those rivers running higher and faster, meaning they could be a bit more dangerous. You're going to be needing to use a little bit more caution. Looking at the forecast beyond the holiday, looks like we will see wet weather again on Tuesday, 70s for highs, drier, sunnier on Wednesday with warmer temperatures, and then I expect Thursday and Friday to be wet with the possibility of some locally heavy rainfall. Mike?
Good reminder about the sunscreen. Thanks, Jamie. Well, a new chairman has been sworn into the Federal Reserve as grim economic outlooks continue here in the U.S. Here's tonight's News Nation Political Minute with Mike Vaquera.
New leadership at the Fed as Americans worry about the state of the economy. I'm Mike Vaquera, News Nation Washington Bureau Chief. Kevin Warsh was sworn in as the 17th chairman of the Federal Reserve on Friday. That's where he'll tackle rising inflation, climbing mortgage rates, and a challenging job market.
Our mandate at the Fed is to promote price stability and maximum employment. When we pursue those aims with wisdom and clarity, independence and resolve, inflation can be lower, growth stronger, real take-home pay higher, and America can be more prosperous.
Warsh, who has expressed support for lowering interest rates, takes the helm at the country's central bank amid mounting concerns. A new report from the University of Michigan suggests record lows of consumer sentiment on the economy. Respondents citing the cost of living as their chief concern. I'm Mike Vaquera, and this is the News Nation Political Minute.
Missouri voters will be deciding on abortion rights again just 2 years after a majority voted to legalize that. Now, today, state lawmakers approved it for the November ballot. If it passes, Amendment 3 would ban abortion in the state, except in the case to protect the life of the mother or up to 12 weeks in cases of rape or incest. And this would also prohibit medical professionals from performing gender-related care for trans minors. That's already banned under Senate Bill 49. Be sure to check out our website, ozarksfirst.com, for all updates as we continue to be your local election headquarters. Here's a live look right now over Charlotte Motor Speedway. The racing community in shock at the sudden passing of famous top racer Kyle Busch, which happened yesterday. How drivers are honoring his legacy ahead of the Memorial Day race.
News Nation salutes America's greatest heroes of the high seas with exclusive access inside the U.S. Naval Academy.
I'll show you why they truly are America's greatest sailors.
Memorial Day at 9, only on News Nation.
To find News Nation on your screen, go to newsnationnow.com.
There's nothing more important than showing up. And for 40 years, Missouri lottery players have been showing up for public education all across the state.
I'm attorney Tim Hayes. At Bishop & Hayes, we've spent the last 25 years representing thousands of individuals who have been injured or have lost a family member as a result of an auto accident. Insurance adjusters will typically send large amounts of paperwork and ask you to sign this or sign that. Sometimes signing this paperwork can reduce the value of your claim. Before you sign anything, Call or text Bishop and Hayes at 417-222-2222.
Every day, we push harder, train longer, prepare to be more on the field, the court, and the diamond. At Multiply Credit Union, we believe in that same drive. We're here to help our members grow together, live fully, and be more in every stage of life. Multiply Credit Union, proud to be the official credit union of Mizzou Athletics.
Big test, big game, big deadline. When it's a big deal, you lock in. And this is a really big deal. Get Mediacom fiber-powered 1 gig internet for $50 a month for 3 years. Plus Eero Wi-Fi and equipment all included. Lock in speed, lock in price, lock in gig. For just $50 a month for 3 years. No hesitation, no bill shock. Call 844-EXTREME2 today.
We tried Sleep Number. iSense is on another level.
We have struggled for years trying to find a mattress that really helps with back pain. Sleep Number doesn't hold a candle to iSense.
We didn't realize our Sleep Number bed was creating pressure points and pain despite the adjustability. These have literally disappeared with the iSense.
One night on iSense, and we knew we'd never go back to Sleep Number.
There are no shortcuts. The only way to do it is to show up.
Very good.
And when you play the Missouri Lottery, you show up for public education from elementary schools to college campuses.
Well, ahead of this weekend's Coke 600, the racing community is in mourning, with Kyle Busch unexpectedly passing away yesterday at the age of just 41. Tributes from drivers, teams, and fans have been pouring in from across the country. And across NASCAR's 3 national series, he amassed 234 total wins. It's the most by any driver in the history of the sport.
He's such a pleasure to work with. Everybody said, man, how y'all going to get along? Same question they asked me about, you and Dale won't last 6 months. We lasted 20 years. I want to keep Kyle there, and hopefully we can end his career when he gets ready to.
Richard Childress Racing has suspended the use of number 8 for the race, using number 33 for the remainder of the season. The number 8 will be reserved for his son Brexton Busch when he is ready to join NASCAR. We'll be right back to wrap up the show right after this. Stay with us.
Table Rock Lake is one of the Ozarks' fastest growing investment opportunities. Kimberling Crossing offers luxury lakefront condos with short-term rental income potential and owner financing at 3.9% for the first 10 buyers. Limited units available. Call Kimberling Crossing today.
Hi, Roger here from Race Brothers. Come check out Steel's battery-powered equipment. Steel battery tools have the power to get the job done on a single charge. Each product features an integrated battery that plugs right into the wall. Mowers, trimmers, blowers, power washers. Get it all done with Steel battery-powered equipment. Don't forget our great parts and service department. We service what we sell at Race Brothers in Springfield, Carthage, and Monette. You'll like the way we do business. Tell a friend.
Race Brothers Farm and Home Supply.
Most of the clients I represent, they're going up against some of the most well-funded, well-armed adversaries out there. What they need is someone who can tear down those roadblocks. This is what we do for a living. The law offices of Brian Musgrave focus on client customer service because we feel that everyone deserves dignity and respect.
Father's Day is coming, and finding the perfect gift for him, that can feel impossible. But at HIM in Springfield, everything is designed with him in mind. From stylish clothes and unique gadgets to one-of-a-kind gifts and hand-painted artwork he'll actually want to show off. HIM has something for every dad, husband, son, or grandpa on your list. You'll find something thoughtful, personal, and different at HIM. This Father's Day, shop local, shop unique, shop with him in mind. HIM at the Brentwood Shopping Center.
A fun show today. We're going to talk NFL playoffs. This is not betting advice.
You will lose money if you listen to me. We're talking college football championship.
Parity is great for sports, no matter the sport.
A couple of big baseball moves. We're going to be bringing in the outfield fences 10 feet at Kauffman Stadium. Our first ever Put Me in Coach Challenge.
Who runs for fun? This is terrible.
Yeah.
And I'll see you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next
Watch
time.
Put Me in Coach on Ozarks First Plus. Download the app on your Roku, Apple TV, or Fire TV device.
Invest in luxury at Kimberling Crossing on Table Rock Lake. Enjoy waterfront living with a private boat slip and exclusive 3.9% owner financing for the first 10 buyers. High-end views and a premier lifestyle await. Call Kimberling Crossing today.
Well, Jamie, we're going into the unofficial start to the summer, but we're not getting a lot of sunshine to kick things off, really.
Not yet. It is looking brighter, and I think it will also be drier once we get to Sunday and Monday.
Sounds good. We'll see you guys tonight at 9 o'clock. Have a great one.
In the Ozarks, comfort isn't seasonal, it's essential. At Patriot Heat and Air, we're here year-round, keeping families comfortable through summer heat and winter cold with expert American Standard solutions. The Patriot's about more than heating and cooling. It's about heart, hard work, dependability, and doing what's right, even when no one's watching. That's why we were honored with the Better Business Bureau's Torch Award for Ethics, because integrity matters to us, and it matters to the families we serve. Patriot quality assures value. Our people make the difference.
The Cardinals Nation Update is loaded with the latest information on stats, players, and everything Cardinals on Ozarks First Sports. The Cardinals Nation Update is sponsored by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks and the 2026 Chevy Silverado.
The Silverado Custom Trail Boss, a chance to get off the pavement and onto adventure. And the most affordable factory-lifted truck in its class. The Silverado Custom Trail Boss and Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Hey Springfield, we know that every year spring brings storms. A sunny day can easily turn into a dangerous nightmare in a moment. That's why U.S. Disaster Restoration is on call 24/7. Fast, local, insured, and ready to stop storm damage from ruining your house. When every second counts, trust the experts that can handle your insurance and restoration from start to finish. U.S. Disaster Restoration, your first call when you're in need.
Win a backyard barbecue from Color 10 at Fox 49. Every Thursday, we head out to someone's backyard.
We can feature your backyard during the forecast.
Submit a photo of your backyard to ozarksfirst.com,
where you have a weekly chance to win a $100 Price Cutter gift card and host our backyard barbecue. You can also enter our one-time contest for a $400 gift card from Price Cutter.
We'll do the forecast while you and your friends enjoy our backyard barbecue.
The Ozarks First Backyard Barbecue, sponsored by Price Cutter, Sun Control, and Highland Dairy.
Injury to Jordan Ta'amu, last year's MVP in the UFL Championship.
In an instant, a season can take a devastating turn.
The injury to Jordan Ta'amu shakes up everything.
An MVP talent, a leader, out for the season. A desperate defender team now searches for answers.
Love this football team. No quit, a lot of fight. All of our goals are still intact.
In Orlando, the Storm have fiercely fought their way to the top.
Congratulations on pushing the playoffs, my man!
Their leader still standing strong.
Jack Plummer has been the best quarterback in the UFL.
Jack Plummer takes it all the way in for the touchdown.
Will the Storm keep rolling? Or can DC claw their way back into the playoff hunt?
There's nothing like football at playoff time in the UFL.
Next, on Fox.
With 2 weeks left in the regular season, we've got